Hi, my name is Sofia Relosa, owner of SPR Infinity and SophiaRelosa.com. Thank you for clicking my channel or this video. If this is your first time to visit my channel, please click subscribe and notification bell to get you notified on my next video. Okay, so our topic today is how to actually win, or what are the things that you can do to end up winning from this crisis. Okay, the first thing that there are a lot of topics I'd like to cover, so bear with me if this video becomes too long. The first topic I want to cover is Bazi and health, and what positive vibration and the forecast for April 2020. Okay, so it might be long, so bear with me. Okay, in terms of Bazi, the first thing that most people think, or remember about Bazi is all about looking at the future or future opportunities, when in fact it covers a lot of things. Okay, one of which is your personality, your personal strength, and then your weakness. And then the next is actually trying to identify, one of is also to identify what are the weaknesses or the weakness in terms of your health. Okay, so if we're going to talk about immune system, the one thing that we look at in terms of a Bazi chart is the relationship between the metal and the water element, whether it's weak or if there's a clash. Now, in terms of the lungs, what we look at is the metal element. Okay, in terms of the stomach, we look at the earth element, and so on and so forth. But in this video, I wish as not to partake on the technical. What I want to actually focus on, what are the things that you can do that is within your control. Okay, so in this current crisis, of course, we know that the first step to protect ourselves from from the virus is of course to keep our hands clean, don't touch your face, keep on sanitizing your environment, and social distancing. Okay, we know that already, but one thing that most people do not, or probably haven't seen as much in the news feed, whether in Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else, is that one of the main factors in terms of our health is the vibration that we actually give out to the universe. Okay, in my own words, what I find in Bazi, okay, this is your personal vibration towards the universe, or this is how you also respond as the universe or the external environment affects you. I don't make sense, but anyways, so in a nutshell, basically, Bazi is all about your personal vibration. Now, the thing is, what I don't see much in the news feed or in the news media is that positive energy or positive outlook has actually has a huge effect in terms of your health or well-being. Okay. Now, I noticed that a lot of panic. There's a lot of hoarding that's happening. A lot of panic activities that it's being experienced. Of course, this is something that we don't take lightly. But what I'm trying to say is, in addition to you doing your job, which is to washing your hands, not touching your face, social distancing, and so on and so forth, what you also have to prioritize is your positive vibration. With positive vibration, if you don't believe me, I will send you the link below, actually affects your response to any illness or any illness or any operation, and so on and so forth. Now, if you are positive most of the time, and not most of the time, actually all the time, okay, if you have positive energy and on top of you doing the right actions and behavior, you end up winning in the end. Okay, which is why the last video which I posted last week is all about activating the wealth or the West sector. Why? It's because West sector has the 9. Okay, Flying Star 9. What is Flying Star 9? It's all about happiness. It's all about positive energy. Because the more you have positive energy, the more that you are actually protecting yourself from this virus. How so? Okay, I don't know if you've heard this. I've heard this before. Whatever you focus on is what the universe will give you. So, if you keep on focusing on the negative effects or the number of deaths in this virus, the focus on the people that are getting infected, and then the first thing that you do is check Facebook or the Google, the first thing that you do is search about this virus. Okay, the more you're attracting it to yourself. Again, I don't know if you've seen The Secret. You've seen a lot of videos about law of attraction. I'm not saying this because of anything else, but because that's where Bazi and Feng Shui, it's all about the energy flow. It's all about your vibration towards the universe and the universe vibration towards you. So the more that you actually focus on the negative side of this current situation that we are experiencing, the more you will get it. Okay, so what do you do instead? If you're a person who actually believes that there's so much injustice in the world, the more you're attracting to the negative effect of coronavirus. Okay, if you're already doing your job as an individual, what you need to do is change your vibration. Now, how do you actually do that? Instead of looking at the negative effect, you focus on the ones who actually survived. Instead of looking at the ones who died or got infected, you celebrate the people that were discharged. Okay, you focus on the positive. Now, if you're currently experiencing a community quarantine like here in the Philippines, or experiencing a lockdown in your certain area or in your country, what you should do is find positivity in this situation. Meaning, how? If you've been meaning to start your YouTube channel, you can do it now, because a lot of people are actually attached to their phone and want to inform themselves about this virus. Or if you've been meaning to start your own blog, this is the time to start, because a lot of people are online. If you have been meaning to start studying something new, by all means, please do that, because the moment this is finally over, you know, this pandemic, the best way to respond is to actually increase your skills, increase your value, and when you finally, when you get out of this current crisis, at least you know that you've increased your value, your learning, or you can now finally say that you can add more value to your colleagues or your business, and so on and so forth. I hope I'm making sense in that aspect, but those are the things that I want you to focus on, instead of focusing on the lack, okay, what your government, or probably with the things that your government is missing or not doing, rather. You're hating the government or the policies that they have implemented will not protect you from the virus. Okay, hating on a lot of things, or hating on the current situation that you have, will not protect you from the virus. What can protect you from the virus is actually putting yourself in a positive state. Okay, so I hope I've covered that. Okay, again, to prove, or to give you some proof in terms of positive energy in terms of your health, I have attached the link below for your review and how much your positive energy actually affects your well-being and your health. Okay, so the next topic that I'm going to discuss is all about the forecast for April 2020. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen this video. It discussed that this March is all about, well, everything is magnified, and that there are a lot of outbreak that's happening. But for April 2020, what we see here is the month of the dragon, and this is actually a combination for the rat and the rooster. Okay, this is the one thing that I missed in my economic forecast, as that rat and rooster is, when you have this together, one is you will experience more petty people, okay, issues with petty people, or second, you might experience, or we might experience for the entire world, is to experience an illness that we are not aware of, hence which is happening today. But as of for April 2020, I am seeing some positive translation in terms of for the month of April. Okay, because rat and rooster are for this. How do I explain this? For March, rather, for March it's rabbit. So unfortunately, it's a clash of rooster and rat. Hence, this is everything magnified. But for April, it's a dragon. It's a combination for the rat and the rooster. So meaning that we might experience some new positive, and on top of that, what we actually need right now is extra wood. And for the dragon, we have a hidden wood. Meaning, it can mean that we might have new solutions or cure for, or we might find a progress in terms of this virus. And my husband told me yesterday that a new vaccine will be released by April, probably it. This is what the short is trying to tell us. Or you can also experience more and more government offices or countries collaborating with each other, trying to beat this this virus. So those are the things that we can expect for 2020. However, during this time, we can also expect people to become more selfish, not in terms probably of information, or people don't want to share their I don't know, something else. But basically, you can experience also people who are becoming more selfish in 2020. But the good thing is that externally for a government, you can experience more positivity, but because people will be collaborating with each other to finally address and this virus, so we can actually start moving on and living our life or bring it back to what was. Okay, so those are the things that I'd like to enunciate and say about this crisis. Okay, so in addition to winning, as I mentioned about the winning during the crisis, I understand why people are hoarding. I understand that, but it's justified. But the thing is, what I want you to understand during this time of crisis, cash is king. So instead of hoarding, my advice is just to save and make sure that your cash or liquidity is more available, and buy what you can, okay, and supply and just add on. You don't have to hoard, because what you need is to have more cash on hand, because this is the time where opportunities, or you can tap on opportunities. Again, like I mentioned in my first video about economic forecast, this is the time where new millionaires and new billionaires are created, because they're able to seize an opportunity. So by this time, I hope that you learned some from that video. So make sure that you have extra cash, and you have ready cash rather available instead of hoarding, because this, again, cash is king for this time of crisis. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. I keep on babbling, but I hope you did. So thank you so much for watching, and do click subscribe and notification bell to get you to my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!